Do loyalty programs help or hurt your restaurant? Restaurant owners ask me that a lot because it seems like giving away free food could be a deadly mistake, and it can lead to bankruptcy if it's set up incorrectly. But after helping grow the sales of thousands of restaurants over the past 7 years, I've seen that when it's correctly set up, a loyalty program can be a supercharger of your profitability, like it is at Chick-fil-A, where it helps them make more than double the profit per location compared to McDonald's. So in this video, I'll start by revealing the shocking myth about why loyalty programs that combine in-store and online loyalty actually cost restaurants more money instead of making them money. Then I'll reveal the 7 keys to a profitable loyalty program using the same strategies that the legendary Chick-fil-A and Domino's loyalty program use. And at the end, I'll share the real financials from restaurants that I've helped build a loyalty program and the easiest way to get them set up in your restaurant without having to build it from scratch. I used to think loyalty programs were an expensive mistake that would attract the wrong customers, the discount hunters, and increase food cost. After all, people will buy our food anyway, right? So why are we giving it away? But then I saw the research that proves otherwise. In the competitive world of restaurants, a new report shows that 50% of women and 44% of men decide which restaurant to order from based on financial rewards like loyalty points. And I know what you're thinking right now. This is impressive, Adam, but I don't want the wrong guests that only want discounts and don't value my food. But the data actually shows that that is not who the loyalty program attracts. The data shows that even for restaurants that already have amazing food, a loyalty program still increases profitability. Look at Chick-fil-A. People famously love Chick-fil-A's food, yet they still have a loyalty program that makes their experience even more addictive. For every dollar spent at Chick-fil-A, members earn 10 points. But the higher you go in their tiers, the better your rewards get. Silver tier, you get more points. Gold tier, you get even more. It's gamified so that if it's done right, a loyalty program actually makes customers spend more money with you in ordering more frequently than they otherwise would. But here's something most restaurant owners get wrong about loyalty programs. They assume that letting guests redeem rewards, both online and in store, is the best way to increase repeat business. In reality, that actually hurts your profits because a loyalty program focused only on online orders is far more profitable, and you're about to see exactly why. Maximizing kitchen capacity is reason number 1. Most restaurants have kitchens that can serve way more guests per hour than their restaurant can actually seat. If that's your restaurant, it means your biggest revenue limiter is actually your physical dining room space. Take Doodah Diner as an example, a 100-seat diner in Wichita, Kansas. When their loyalty program focused on dine-in, they were stuck serving 100 customers at a time. But by making their program online only, they now can move over 110 orders per hour during peak hours, unlocking more revenue without increasing overhead because their fixed costs stay exactly the same. It also taps in to reason number 2, labor efficiency. In-store loyalty orders require servers, hosts, and bussers, meaning higher labor costs. But off-premise orders are much more cost efficient. Your staff prepares the food, bags it, and places it on a counter for pickup. There's no additional labor cost needed, which directly improves your profit margins. Reason number 3 is those better margins and more profitable orders. Because in-store loyalty rewards eat into margins because they're not driving additional incremental sales. They're just discounting transactions that would have happened anyway. In contrast, online loyalty programs with automated marketing incentivize more online orders that would not have happened anyway, which means higher total revenue without increasing costs. They're also a really compelling reason to incentivize guests to order from your restaurant online via your website or your app instead of the delivery apps, which famously take 30% of every order and all of the customer data. So now that you've got an understanding of why loyalty programs can be so powerful in driving the most profitable form of revenue, you're probably wondering what those keys were that separates loyalty program that drives hundreds of thousands of dollars in additional profit for your restaurant versus one that could potentially lead to bankruptcy. That brings us to key number 1. Train customers to order online instead of in-store. One of the biggest concerns that I've heard from restaurant owners in thinking about online-only loyalty is, won't my customers in-store be confused? The answer is no if you position it correctly. incorrectly. Most loyalty programs are just called rewards programs, which makes guests assume that they can use those points anywhere. So the correct way to name the loyalty program in order to incentivize the behavior you want is to not call it the rewards program, but call it the online rewards program, so that there's not frustration when they try to redeem in-store and can't, because those expectations have been set in the name itself. To reinforce this, they have that messaging across their website, order confirmation emails, and even physical signage in-store that says, earn and redeem rewards. When you order online, you skip the line, you save money, and you unlock free food via our online rewards program. This small shift removes confusion and trains customers to prefer online ordering, which then increases the efficiency and profitability of the restaurant. That then brings us to key number 2. Use a points-based loyalty program with gated rewards instead of a dollars-based program, because that's the biggest mistake that restaurants make at first in offering a cash-back style loyalty program, saying $10 off for every $100 you spend. That is deadly because it crushes your profit margins when guests can redeem those dollars for anything, including high-cost items that eat into your profitability. That's why the most profitable loyalty programs, like the one you see from Domino's or Starbucks, uses points-based rewards, which is even more powerful when you use it online. Because here's how the customer experience works then. When the customer earns points on every order, instead of that cash discount, they're motivated to keep ordering online to build towards bigger and bigger rewards that they can see for their points. But like we just covered, if they can also redeem in-store, they'll use their points on dine-in orders where labor costs are way higher. That's a major profit killer. Online-only loyalty ensures that every redemption is a low-cost, high-margin transaction, and it enables the third key to the loyalty program that keeps it profitable for the restaurant. That's key number 3, rewarding the right items that are high perceived value, high menu list price, and low food cost. A great loyalty reward should 1, feel valuable to the customer, and 2, cost you almost nothing to give away. That's why Domino's loyalty program is so powerful, because their first 2 loyalty tiers only let guests redeem loyalty points for garlic bread, sodas, and ice cream items that literally cost them pennies each, but feel extremely valuable to the guests, like they're getting amazing value by ordering directly from Domino's. The best online loyalty rewards follow that same principle of specifically giving away appetizers, beverages, and desserts, because those are the items on the menu that always have a high menu list price and low food cost. Which is why at Domino's, their most redeemed reward through the loyalty program is the garlic bread, because the food costs cost them less than 20 cents to give away, and they can give it away frequently. But because guests redeem it online, they always add a full pizza to go with it. That wouldn't happen if it was redeemed in store, because if it were redeemed in store, they could just grab the garlic bread and go away, but people don't apply that same psychology to online orders. Which then brings us to key number 4, gamifying the loyalty program in order to drive repeat online orders. If you've ever spent hours playing a video game, you know how addictive it can be in that game to unlock rewards and reach the next level, which is why Domino's Piece of the Pie rewards work so well. Their mobile app tracks your progress towards unlocking that next level and then shows confetti when points are earned. It makes customers crave that next level. I saw this really well executed in an independent restaurant recently at Somos, Oaxaca, a taqueria with 2 locations in Los Angeles, who sends their customers an email saying, Adam, you're 50 points away from your next free street taco. Order now to claim your reward. That triggers completion bias, this psychological effect that makes people want to finish what they started. They've already earned all of these points towards that free street taco, so they're only 1 order away from redeeming it. There's another key psychology principle to use in loyalty, and that's this next one, key number 5, using reciprocity to increase order size. One of the most powerful principles in loyalty programs is reciprocity. When people get something for free, they feel compelled to give something back. Think about when a friend buys you lunch. Your instinct is to return the favor next time. That's how humans are wired. We want to repay generosity. Loyalty programs tap into this by offering a free reward and then immediately suggesting an additional upsell. For example, a customer redeems that free garlic bread, and right before checkout, they see, want a Mexican Coke to go with it? Just $2.99. Suddenly, they've made up the 25-cent food cost of garlic bread tenfold with that Mexican Coke. This works way better online than in store, because in store, there's not that training element of training your cashiers or servers to do that upsell that occasionally can get awkward and is very rarely actually executed upon. Online, it's just automatic and it's programmatic, so those upsells are being made based on what that user is ordering. Restaurants using automated upsells on online loyalty redemptions see 20 to 30% more add-on purchases, which significantly increases their profit per order. The other key is the other way to increase online sales through a marketing technique in the loyalty program. It's key number 6, automating loyalty reminders to stay top of mind with existing customers. The best loyalty programs in the world won't work if customers forget to use them. That's why top brands like Starbucks and Domino's and Chick-fil-A all use automated reminders to stay top of mind with their guests, sending multiple messages a week reminding them of how many loyalty points they have. It's not just the huge restaurants either. Somos Oaxaca, that 2-location taqueria, also does this brilliantly. When a guest earns points but hasn't placed an order in a while, they get an email that says, Adam, you have 75 points waiting. Just one more order and you unlock a free taco. This taps into completion bias, the psychological urge that people have to finish what they started that we talked about earlier. It's the same reason you binge watch that Netflix show even when the last few episodes weren't that great, because you feel the urge to finish it. By automating loyalty reminders for online orders, restaurants see higher repeat order rates, more customers returning after 30 plus days, loyalty members that are spending more per visit, and because online orders are tracked digitally, it's easy to set up automated emails and texts reminding customers when they're close to their next reward. That brings us to key number 7, using scarcity to drive urgency. Scarcity is one of the most powerful sales triggers because people hate missing out on something that they've earned. If you tell customers their points never expire, they'll sit on them indefinitely. But if you say, your free lava cake expires in 7 days, they'll order now. That's why McDonald's, Starbucks, Domino's, Chick-fil-A, and every successful restaurant loyalty program you can name uses this exact strategy by making certain loyalty rewards time sensitive to get customers to act quickly. And because online ordering platforms automatically track expiration dates, they can send messages like, Adam, your free dessert reward expires in 3 days. Order now before it's gone. This taps into another powerful psychology effect called loss aversion, where people feel twice as much pain losing something than they feel pleasure gaining something. Scarcity reminders work best in online loyalty programs because 1, you can automate them. There's not manual effort required where you've got to email every customer and tell them you're about to lose your points. It's just happening in the background, magically driving you more sales. 2, you can customize this expiration timeline based on order frequency. And 3, they create a predictable rush of orders at the end of each promo cycle. Just like with sales promotions, a countdown timer or urgent message increases immediate action, boosting online orders without relying on in-store redemptions. You might be thinking to yourself, Adam, that sounds like a lot of work. Is the juice really worth the squeeze of spending time doing all of these things? To help you make that decision, I want to share the actual numbers behind the stories that we've mentioned in this video. Juliana, the owner of Somos Oaxaca, the taqueria with 2 locations, has been using a loyalty program to grow their sales. And Tim Marie Shibley, the owner of the single location Doodah Diner, which is consistently rated the top diner in Wichita, Kansas. In each case, they've made over $150,000 in additional sales. In Juliana's case, she's made over $240,000 in sales, with the loyalty program as the central piece of her online marketing engine because she's consistently reminding people of the rewards they get with emails and text message marketing and incentivizing them to order directly from her website or her app instead of DoorDash using that loyalty program. In Tim Marie's case, she's made closer to $150,000 at her single location diner in additional sales through this loyalty program. But importantly, that $150,000 is much more profitable profitable for her than her core business because it helps her leverage the fact that she already has all of these fixed costs in terms of back of house staff, utilities, and the various other expenses to operate her kitchen, and operate in a way where all of that incremental revenue that drives from online orders is money that she makes on top of the fact that her dining room is constantly full. So the $150,000 that she's making in extra sales, she estimates has more than double the profitability, or more than $40,000 a year in extra profits through the loyalty program used in this way. And what if I told you that they didn't actually have to do any work to set it up manually, that it took them less than 30 minutes each? It would sound probably too good to be true, because you don't know that I've spent the past 7 years building a system that does all of these things for restaurants, and that's why I've helped thousands of restaurants over the past 7 years. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Owner.com, which is the only system that's designed to skyrocket independent restaurants' takeout and delivery sales. It's used by thousands of restaurant owners, including Timmery and Juliana and many thousands of others who have each made hundreds of thousands of dollars in extra sales with our system. Plus, you get the system that automates email and text message reminders to guests and upsells to make sure that you both stay top of mind and maximize every opportunity to upsell when people are redeeming loyalty rewards. You also get the mobile app that ties it all together, where guests can track rewards and repeatedly order from you, which is why thousands of restaurants have used Owner.com to increase online orders, boost margins, and create repeat customers without losing money on in-store redemptions. If you're looking for the ultimate solution to grow your online sales, definitely check it out. I'll drop the link below. And if you want to continue learning about growing your restaurant sales, I made a breakdown on a crazy case study that I saw firsthand, where Antoinette, the owner of Ottavio's, drove an extra $200,000 a year in sales at her single location, small Italian restaurant, with creating her own app and a shocking strategy to appeal to young people. So if you're interested in seeing that, then click to the right of me right now, and definitely check out that video if you want to continue growing your restaurant sales and learning about the best practices of doing that. Again, you can click to the right of me right now.